Riddleminus, what do this rock, this cypress swamp, this Cretaceous cruise, and this dinosaur have in common? No? You don't know? Well, it's this. So today we're going to be building a deinocheirus river tour. But Spino, this doesn't look like a deinocheirus river tour because it's not finished yet. Sorry, that's the way we're supposed to say hello. Hello guys, welcome back to another Jurassic Evolution 3 video. Thought I'd spice it up a bit this time with the intro. You know what I mean? Yeah. So today we're going to be building a deinocheirus river tour. As you can see, I've already placed some of it. I've placed a Cretaceous cruise under this kind of archway. And we've got this kind of rock wall around it. I think this is a nice rock wall. Got the hatchery kind of concealed here. We're going to put more rocks in the hatchery. I want to make this look pretty natural and immersive. Okay, that's way too big. We kind of like just have the gate open, and so that we can kind of see just the gate of the hatchery. Let's just get rid of that one. I don't like that one. Let's get rid of this one. I don't like that one. No, that one. Okay. Right, I guess we're going to have to stick with that one. So, we got our kind of hatchery ready now. I really want to get rid of that, but it won't let me. Yeah, okay. It's fine. I guess it could. Wait, we'll make it look better. Make it look better. We add more rocks. This video is going to have a lot. If you didn't really understand, this video is going to have quite a lot of rocks. There we go. That's how we do it. That's how you do a hatchery concealed by rocks. There we go. That's how it's done. There we go. Now wait. Now it's finished. That's how you conceal a hatchery with rocks, but still have the gate exposed so dinosaurs can come in. Now, we'll start synthesizing our deinocheirus, because they are going to be the main attractions for this tour, because, well, who doesn't love a good old deinocheirus? I recently built a Lego deinocheirus, so I'm going to post that on my community so you guys can see what that looks like. It's pretty cool. But yeah, deinocheirus is a pretty unique dinosaur. I thought I'd do this with that instead of like a Spinosaurus or something, and it's the only one that won't actually eat my guests. So, that's a plus. I mean, yeah, it's good if you have, because most would hate, like, let's say we did this with Spinosaurus instead. We get 10 guests going on the ride. We get about 0.3 coming out of it. Yeah. Now what colour do we want for the male? Ooh. Put something like this. I'm kind of digging this. This looks pretty nice. Or what about, wait, no. Oh, what about that? Actually, no, I like that. It looks kind of like a hummingbirdie. I think that's pretty good. Now let's get these guys going, and let's get our enclosure ready. So obviously we need a lot of deep water for them to kind of swim around in amongst our like, swimmer people. So we can't add any here. Yeah, we're going to have some around here, and we're going to have kind of this island in the middle. Little island in the central area, and that's where all our kind of stuff's going to be. Like, we're going to have our, what do these guys like? We're going to have our 4 deinocheirus in here. And what do these guys like? They're like wetland, ground leaf, water, and fish. We do need some fresh water, okay. We need some shallow water. Let's kind of add that on the banks, around some of the shallower bits. There we are, so we've got a mix of shallow and deep water. So the first kind of end is shallow, then it kind of goes into that deeper water as it gets further on. I think that's pretty nice. Then on this island here, we are going to add in some of our cypress swamp. Let's get that all kind of covering this. Around here. Now we'll also get in our, what else do we want? They want fish and they want ground leaf, okay? We'll get in some of our ground leafy leaf. Some of this in. That's a good little ground leaf if you ask me. Quite a bit of ground leaf. A little too much ground leaf actually, we're going to get rid of some of it. We're going to have these like kind of little patches of ground leaf dotted around the island. Kind of growing on the banks of the outskirts, kind of a mossy kind of thing going on. And we also need some fish. So we're going to have our fish feeder sitting here, kind of back in the enclosure, so it's not obstructing the tour. Can we turn this into cypress swamp is the question. Oh, we can. Okay, that's pretty nice. We can do that. So we can kind of have it go between these two islands of cypress swamp, which is pretty cool. We are going to have another little island off to the side, kind of here. There we go. Now let's edit this tour route. Let's get our cruise coming on. Our Cretaceous cruise. I don't really like that name. It just feels kind of cringe, if you know what I mean. Like, the name is just so cringy. We need to make sure it stays in the water. Because there's a lot of cypress swamp here. So I need to add a little bit more water, apparently. Let's just kind of come in here, get some more bit of shallow water to go through this little patch. Then let's keep editing our tour route. There we are, and we're getting to that kind of deep water area. So this can actually go through the cypress swamp, which I think is really cool. Uh-oh. Okay, so we can't actually... Oh wait, we can. There we go. That's our tour route completed. And now, first of all, we're going to place a little nest. Well, a large nest. In here. And why does it do that? Let's just put our cypress swamp back, because we like our cypress swamp in this. There we go. That's better. We'll just add a little more ground leaf in, because we kind of have to, so they have a food source. Dot that there. So now it's little deinocheirus. And they are coming into our kind of cruise enclosure. Yeah, I do like that colour scheme. I think it was pretty good. You can see it kind of coming out this rock wall and phasing through the rocks apparently to do a little animation. And now we're seeing a rock. Damn, that's so interesting for a deinocheirus. And here they are. Into their swampy enclosure. Look at this. We're for them to expand territory, because this should be an ideal enclosure for them. Once they kind of expand through here. Wetland. Alright, this is looking good. Looking good. Alright. Alright, nice. This is looking good. Okay, we definitely need considerably more ground leaf. So over here, we're going to have a separate island, which is just entirely ground leaf. We're just going to get rid of this water here. Okay, apparently we can't. Right, we're just going to add in some more ground leaf then, I suppose. It kind of ruins the vibe, but I guess it's alright. It still looks kind of natural. That better? What do you mean 16%? The hell you mean? You got your fish, you don't need no ground leaf. But there we go. There's our kind of immersive deinocheirus natural river boat tour swampland thing. Make a few kind of edits to make it look more natural, including dotting a little bit of this for cypress swamp. There we go. They don't quite have enough ground leaf, but I think we'll make do with it because they have fish as well. And now, let's ride our park tour. You can see the kind of fireflies and the bushes going through this. You can see our deinocheirus up there. Feeding. They will come and swim eventually. Let's switch the vehicles. So here's a swimming deinocheirus that we're coming up to. You can see it fishing in our cypress swamp there. It's pretty nice. There it is, wading through the water. But this is a pretty kind of nice, just like peaceful, immersive ride with these herbivores here. Like, so that rock wall concealing the outside, it looks a lot more natural than kind of this industrial, big enclosure, fancy park. You can see some of my deinocheirus here, going for a dip, getting some fish, and eating from our ground leaf, which we 100% put enough of in. We've got 4 deinocheirus in this enclosure. I think it's pretty nice. And yeah, so that's... And now, let's see if we can get this as a blueprint. Go to multi-select. And I'm assuming that selects a track as well. Now let's kind of go around, select all these. Then we'll come back to that kind of entrance point. And then you guys... I will upload this to the workshop so that you guys can use this kind of stony, mossy kind of, like just this little thing, enclosure that you can use in your parks. Okay, we got our nest has been claimed by deinocheirus 3. That's pretty nice. Well, it's pretty nest. Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it? That was terrible. This is kind of our ideal deinocheirus enclosure video. We did this for Jurassic a while back. We did it in kind of a crater enclosure. So every one of these videos is going to have this little twist on it, which I think is pretty cool. It's kind of got this little twist that we're going to use for every single video. Like all of our ideal enclosure for videos is going to have this little twist that makes the video a lot more interesting. Like this time we had this Cretaceous cruise, and last video we had the deinocheirus in its crater. So there we are. Let's confirm. Make blueprint. It ain't new. Ooh, this is our deinocheirus river enclosure. A rock wall with Cretaceous cruise and hatchery. Ideal for deinocheirus. Add tags. Senior add tags. I don't really know what these mean. But rocks. We need rocks. There's a lot of rocks here. Wetlands, definitely. And I think that's it. Accept. Create blueprint and upload. Initializing. Upload as new. Public. Load new creation to workshop. This is listed as deinocheirus river enclosure. And that's now there. And here we've got some of our parks, like. And there we go, our deinocheirus river enclosure is new. And I will upload the extinction walls eventually to the workshop. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, our nest has been claimed, so we'll kind of wait and see how this plays out. And then, if we go to blueprints now. We can get our deinocheirus river enclosure. So there we go. That's it. You can have this now in your parks. We got all that kind of rock wall and stuff, and you can fill out with whatever you want. You can fill out with kind of whatever dinosaurs you want to put in here, which is pretty cool. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty sick. So you got this. You guys can use this in your parks. This kind of river enclosure. So there you guys go. This is our deinocheirus river cruise. Got this cypress, kind of immersive cypress swamp with these different islands and our deinocheirus, obviously. Yeah, it's very immersive because you've got all the different islands. You sail around. Deinocheirus will swim around you. It's super cool. But you guys can do this with any type of dinosaur. You can put any dinosaur in here and make anything. But if you do make anything with this, post it in my community, and I will look at it, and I'll rate what you guys do with this build, and I'll rate it in my community if you guys post it there. So let's have another quick look at this. Ride our park tour. And you can see there our nest with our deinocheirus on the shore. Hey, that rhymes. Now let's have a look at this. Ride our park tour. You can see our nest with our deinocheirus on the shore. Oh, and you can see one fishing over there. And then look, you've got a cypress swamp everywhere covering the branches. You go under this tree. Never mind, you crash into that tree. Oh, and look, it's deinocheirus coming up close. You can see how elegant these animals are. They're super cool. As it's sitting down. I hope you guys like this video because it took a while of effort to make all this. I hope you guys are using somewhat to this in your parks. You can see another one sitting down. Why are they all being lazy? And over there you can have another one in the deep water, kind of wading through and fishing. And we're going to hit another tree, aren't we? Yep, we hit another tree. But yeah, so you can edit the tour any way you want. You can have a Cretaceous cruise. Yeah, I'm interested to see how you guys do this. And there's a hatchery, that's kind of Cypress Swamp Island, where the deinocheirus first come out, and you can see the gate kind of concealed in there, among the rocks and the trees. And you've got these lily pads on here, which can actually generate, which I think is very cool. Oh, this deinocheirus over there is eating from our fish feeder in some of our shallow water. And these guys will, it's very immersive, these guys will swim through our deep water areas alongside the paddle boards, which is very cool. Or kayaks, whatever they are. Or just walk through them, apparently. We just turn around, we can see that guy. He should be swimming. This is one of our... okay, no, he's just wading through the water. But look at that. You can have these giant deinocheiruses wading through the water all around you. Think about how cool that would be in real life. You go and you're sailing through this, and there's deinocheirus wading through the water or swimming alongside you. It's super cool design to have in your park. So let's see, when are our juveniles coming? And we have some juveniles that have hatched. Look at this little dude swimming in the water. This little wader, little mini wader. Look at him swimming through the water in this little enclosure. Even you don't have enough ground leaf, but you kind of see him from the sidelines. Imagine how cool to see the little juvenile swimming alongside you. Look at this little dude, he's sick. Oh, he's following his mother. And you can scoop from the water. And the juveniles, they don't really wade, they just swim. But because they're juveniles, and they will just swim alongside the kayak, which is really cool. So if you do breed the dinosaurs, as you can see here, he kind of gets into the water and he starts swimming along. And then he will just swim alongside your kayak, which is, I think, is very cool. So if you want to see more videos like this about kind of custom enclosures and builds and stuff, like our little deinocheirus thing here, little deinocheirus cruise, yeah, you know, make sure to like this video and comment what dinosaur I should do next, to make an immersive enclosure of next. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll use this design in your park, either with deinocheirus or another aquatic dinosaur. I hope you enjoyed seeing me build this and how kind of immersive and natural it feels. Hope you enjoyed seeing this little baby deinocheirus. Goodbye!